Hello, my name is McKenna, and yes, I am bald. Many people take their hair as a slight change, maybe some highlights or an inch off, right? Well, for me, it was the biggest change of my entire life. For over 3 years, I was getting shots in my head and crazy treatments, until finally I decided to shave off whatever I had left. All of those were physical, but let's really break down the mental aspect. Personally, me and change are enemies. I hate having big changes and a lack of stability, which ironically have been the only constants in my life. And trust me when I say, the journey has been really rocky. With my alopecia journey, I had hair and then I didn't, and that back and forth was more change than I could handle. All of that with my perfectionist mindset, anxiety, and a pandemic, I began to spiral. It made me question, who am I? Eventually, I started to feel like a burden anytime I opened my mouth, because I would ask for reassurance without knowing what I needed help with. That wave of emotions was suffocating me, and I was waiting for someone to read my mind. If only they could. I think what most people fail to realize is that you don't always ride a wave back to front. Sometimes you get trapped in the spiral of the wave, and you feel like you're drowning. In other situations, you go to dip your toe in, and the tide sucks you in the water when you least expect it. Either way, it is a struggle that is recognized and is valid. In my lowest moments, all I could do was think. Think about why me, or all the bad things that happened, until I decided to finally grow. My saying for over a year was, just because my hair won't grow doesn't mean that I can't. I took all of that thinking and I changed it. Instead of why, I decided to focus on what I can control, myself. I pushed my mindset to be better. I sat through my wave of emotions and I started to reflect. How come I feel like this? How can I get out of this? Instead of why. Now, that is when the real growth started. When I finally woke up one morning and I rode the never-ending waves of emotions. It was the scariest thing I've ever done, and yeah, it felt like a hurricane, but honestly, it was so worth it. People always ask me, if I had the chance, would I grow hair back? And honestly, no. The mental growth that I've had over these past couple years is irreplaceable. I decided to ride the wave, and it paid off. Not everyone is in the same spot. Some days, I'm still stuck in the middle of the wave, and other times, I'm surfing on top of it. You can take change of your mindset at any point, and you will get through it. Even though the wave may seem bigger than you, and it may seem larger than you can handle, eventually, it will end, and the tide will turn.